One day there was named Aaron who lived with family, his wife Emma and their son Taylor. The family lived in Washington in from Calle Holly and worked at the company that's about to 13 minutes away from the house of the family, and Emma worked in the nursing. Aaron was a great invitation of the life at the company where is the working the invention. It hired anti-disaster. The explorer this house with holder many natural disaster machine capable of stopping need disaster that may come on earth and if from very catastrophic. Aaron was a his way to work at UC where Air received call from coworker Aaron answered. It's at the coworker Pega telling company and the cold cussing and catastrophic earning. This road warring speed of the get to the company is fat. Is he coded the arrival that the company at this cold worked king that this situation is very critical and cold catastrophic. I don't was very nervous because I don't know we that they happened and the hand change it's very the day before and everything what she called Daniel told him that strong will have passing through the company is the day before. The managing part of the anti-disaster machine which was very bad condition and had stopped working. When Aaron had his partner Daniel were going to check what had happened to the machine, the ground suddenly began to shake it violent. Daniel does understand that the machine was look functional. Its world caused a very extraordinary disaster that could destroy the earth. The Daniel had the idea to three and the wretched machine and repair it. But Aaron told him what idea because the gap was too big at the cold jumping. Daniel showed maybe in the cold jump it told the god the tail running start and jump around watching it left. When Aaron saw Daniel and she was scary because the throw she was going to make it put Daniel Manji and the rest the other seat of follow around to jump to the sister a bit sense. The cold jump is for the getting bigot and the surely he fix the machine that is waiting from his another help to help his craft just a Daniel Gusave to fix the machine. The growth starting snacking, much more Valentine and who tornado format company from and Empire City Margrethe Daniel to Henry because they threw out the ending strong for the end was going to destroy everything. Daniel went to the machine and there the repair in their own wanted was very strong electrical storm but Daniel did avoid much attention well, Daniel was referring the machine when he struck be lifting a knocked Americans see that wanted to try to scare what a friend John because their fight were ready to begin the cold crowd desperate and half knocking what around the sea the grand polar muster in courage and a temori at the cowboy he truck jumper everything Ruga faster he called and John Barry Hicks reaching to the sun allowed to Twister a hasty when he lunged at working. Haydon was suffering from pain because fracturing in the magnet is that of the forefront. Go to partner Daniel will check on the pulse I discovered that Daniel was ready fat because on dressing every external electrical shock the killer having instantly done was scary because he just looked at partner. Aaron was crazy when suddenly starting orderly around what to take shelter on around because they have thought was feeling what very strong and the collaboration around didn't know what to do because to the one in strong and if the room outside the rickets getting he saw he looked from something the project will go to machine and the tree to fix and because the disaster were going give the surgeon and dressing and like this the world while going exploring and the world end of the world. Aaron was about to fix the machine where I received a call from former college. He then like saying that before they could repair the machine, he would have to reconnect a cable that had come loose, but the cable was sorrow, the ice and the hailing very heavily. So around but a choice would go and connect the cable because if don't connect it could fix the machine as the world would, and Aaron quickly went to where the cable was but found that the hail there very strong and could slip on the ice on the flowed where then Aaron with great effort trying to get through ice guide grabbed something to project him for the hail that was failing. When Margaret did the get through, they had difficulty connecting the cable because the cable very cold and the cold out in the hand, so he and the perseverance and magnet to connect the cable successful. When Aaron returned to machine, his former partner, who they called Victor, the playing, who to fix the machine and know to make it function normally again to and the natural disaster they have been caused called then. Just Aaron was about to fix machine and some more strong that the nervous one is called the Aaron stronger at the file remaining conclusion for the long time, his former partner was very worried because no one could sound the save him and all on one called to fix the machine since Aaron was the only at the company. Then this former partner, whose name was Brandon, sent Redforken to help Arnold and repair the machine so that major disaster will occur to the coal, causing the partner to Herub and the wife of the human life and the living being on earth. Then is reinforcement with the helicopter to where Aaron was. He felt found cozy because the noisy storm had been very hot and very large, and the height left him almost believing the Aaron but the cold because has critical condition the impact handle too strong and had damaging some is very brand organ. When Aaron finally review after review and count for about half hours, the world had been plunging to into more devastating natural disaster of recorded history. Aaron could believe that this late blood had been the mangy via nothing accident. He is early in tears believing in was a difficulty in hand build the machine correctly. He blamed himself even though he formed to match and the entire team that helping hand told him that they could predict natural disaster and that one home responsibility. Aaron was crying a lot because the dad fall when a hand and everyone there helping sleeping in the snap heap of to say that if things continue like it with the natural disaster and everything that's what happened in the world cold cause the planet to erupt so they made Aaron react and Aaron if he did were up and say that what going to try to fix the machine since he had a tool machine he had money and defense to the able to successful and the tower have the machine had so Aaron went into the machine the Tabase and starting hacking it so they could accept it affixes though their natural disaster world and so on. When he finally accessed the machine, the stable category 5 tornado struggling apparent and began to destroy everything in the pan, including the entire company where the machine was located and the location of the Guardian Special Forces and around the tornado was so polar that it began to things through the air with its incredible force. It magnetically destroyed a large part of the company, and the even snake were above five soldiers who were protected in full nowhere. The tornado was filled with electrical sun and it touched An army will be electrocuted with coal, a fatal for a human. Aaron had a survivor soldier search for shelter, and the tornado grew large, and the lightning intensity dramatically. The tornado continued to grow, drawing ever close to the machine. Around 3 days, planned his bell, nothing that they think that would reach the machine and destroy it, preventing from the restore the planet. Aaron's plans were to create the thing completely alone with natural disaster from Category 1 to Category 5, using the material available at the company and where else the coal. Finn, he began construction the siege of the tornado. Once finished, he needed to activity with battery, but the battery was on other side of the tornado, so he asked one of the soldiers to risk his life to retrieve the battery, and the soldier agreed to get this another who was going to recognize as his great hero because helping save the world. So with the welder had going to get to the battery when his tornado started pulling, he violently with the very bird soldier clung the road and the gravity anti was firmly attached and started going for the battery, which one won the side of the tornado. At a critical moment the soldado began to flood because the tornado was too powerful and was pulling him toward it. But the soldier received the force of the tornado and magnetic stepped up and starting walking. He managed to reach the battery but know the next objective what get from the hero barrow was the call deliver the battery to him safe of the sun and the hero would save the world. Then the soldier magnetic to reach and save and hand the battery to Aaron. Aaron put the battery into the sieve and created destroy the tornadoes. The activity is the tree it the activity of the tornado. In a few seconds, the tornado gradually faded away along with the lightning. When Aaron danger and with decided to stop them, they went tracked to the machine to disactivity it as save the world. So the soldier, along with Aaron, ran together the machine to try and disactivate it. Then, when Aaron was in machine about to deactivate it, the catastrophic to suddenly occurred. They showed their entire world and the vegan split the world in two. The sleeping as Aaron confessed that this never happened in the entire life. Then Aaron fell, and on the critical moment when the show had passed the button, he done saw the world began slip in half, and then lava began to pour off from within. The character formed were enormous amount of lava erupted. Aaron said that the code saved the world and the team managed to press the button. That moment the earth started into thousand pieces and the exchanged from the universe leaving nothing in vain. And that's how the end of the world happened. The end.